kind of interesting is my character is she's like right now on everybody's shit list. Like she's pretty much the head werewolf doesn't like her, the originals don't like her. So whatever she comes up with, it better be good. Otherwise, she's um, somewhat useless in New Orleans right now. Because she has no leverage and she has no way to like save her people. So that's where my character is right now. When the elders are gone, the elders have the access to all of the major power. I mean, even though Davina's sucked up a great deal from the harvest, like the elders know what they're doing. They know how to proceed, and my character was rather reluctant in the beginning. So it's a huge blow. They're pretty much like nothing could be worse for the witches than right now. And him killing Agnes it's a really dick move, if you ask me. So the only other option is like who will become the next elder, and that takes time. So I'm not sure. There will be a plan B. It's not the end of Sophie. She definitely will come up with something. And I know what it is, but I can't say. But it's very clever. I think right now there's so much chaos and loss, and even like it's almost like a post breakup. Like you kind of just don't want to leave the house and you want to like binge eat and sleep. Mm-hmm. She's not in a love point right now. Will there be a love interest? Yes, because as you probably have seen, Sophie likes to socialize with her fellow men and women. So yes, there will be, but right now I think she's just focusing on the next move. Yeah. I think at this point, moving on, she can't go back. Because that wouldn't be a very interesting story, or it would be, that would be like a long novel. But no, that's I don't think if she's gonna make a difference, she's gonna go back. She's gotta grow up. She's in a growing up period. She's like in that early 20s grow up period. When I read the Harvest episode, it was exciting because I was wondering how they were gonna pull off the gore. And the harvest scene, I mean, that's a really crazy scene to shoot, and it took like 2 days. Took 2 days to shoot that, and there were so many stunts that were going on, and and they had to figure out, okay, well, once so and so has this person, where is Daniella gonna be? And Daniella's over here, but no, wait, this person already killed that person, they can't be alive. It was this crazy thing. But as a character reading the Harvest, that was responsible for turning Sophie into a full believer. Before she was apprehensive, she questioned it, and I think seeing that power move from Monique to Danielle sort of set in stone that this isn't BS, it's the real deal. Which was kind of cool for me to read, and also it made personally I connected with my character even more, just because it's like yet another person who she loses, and yet more yet nothing to lose moving forward. So the Harvest episode's one of my favorite episodes so far. They're two important witches in the same town. They're bound to run into each other, I would imagine. She has no ill will toward Davina. I think she's quite aware of the danger involved and how a young, powerful girl could potentially be so reckless. But I think that she has to complete the harvest, and in order to do that, she has to take out Davina. So if there is any harm caused, it's for potentially a greater good. But I think that, if anything, she probably has sort of a deeper relationship to Davina than arguably anybody else. And losing her niece, I mean, they're both the same age, and they were close, and so I don't think that there's like hatred there at all. This episode is, and it's kind of refreshing because I feel like the boys have had their sort of go around. And that's not the case. I think in this episode, the women are a little more rebellious. They're less likely to be freaked of Klaus or Marcel or anybody else's power. Pretty much on all fronts. The witches, the werewolves, and the vampires. So, which is nice because it's equaling out, you know, the power playing game, I guess, so far. It's awesome and intimidating at the same time. I've said this before that being a part of a spin-off show is like being the child of a really famous person, where they're like, wow, your dad is a rock star, and what are you doing? And so it's like, oh God, we have to be good, and we are, which is great. So I feel blessed that I get to be a part of a show that has so many committed fans already. I almost feel like not that we didn't work for it, but it's a privilege. It's a real privilege to have people be so like attentive to what you're doing this early on. And everyone's been really, really nice. All the fans I've met and all my fan interactions have been like really positive ones. Well, to operate in this world, you have to be really clever and quite sneaky. Far more than myself in real life. Everything has to be, you have to put on a poker face, and you have to know what the next move is, and Sophie is she's far more strategic than I am in real life. I think in this world, in this universe that we've created, you just have to be, or else you're not going to live.